Welcome to NK Telco Sports. You're about to get coverage of high school volleyball where the Botkins Trojans host the Houston Wildcats this evening. I am Jeremy Plymon and I'm on the call for this SCAL tilt. Before we get going, we'll send this over to public address announcer, Sarah Bergman. With our national anthem, we'll get to the starting lineups after that. And we'll be back with Carson Brown in set number 1. Looking forward to tonight's game, and thank you for joining us. National anthem has a little bit more meaning here on September 12th, the day after September 11th. We thank all those first responders out there and everyone on this day that meant so much for a lot of us. Tonight, we'll go with the starting lineups here for the Houston Wildcats. They come in with a 3-7 record. They're 0-5 in the Shelby County Athletic League under new coach Carissa Allen. As they introduce the non-starters for tonight's game. The starters for Houston: J.C. Siepel, number 5, the freshman. Cheyenne Stengel, number 8. Number 11 is McKenna Vondenheuvel. She's a junior medal hitter. Number 12, Lexi Harding. Number 17, Lauren Meyer. Number 22, Olivia Burks. And number 28, Lauren Krim. She's their setter. Now off for the Trojans of Botkins, coached by Sarah Brown. They come in tonight's tilt 5-6, 1-4 in the Shelby County Athletic League.
Number 4, Brennan Paul. Number 8, AJ Spalding. Number 13, Cameron McFerrin. Number 14, Quinn Schnippel. Number 15, Cambry Walters. And number 18, Roslyn Rupert.
For their starters tonight,
Sophomore, number 3, Ella Brown.
Number 3, sophomore Ella Brown. Number 2, junior Caitlin Meyer. Number 6, Stella Braun. Number 7, Peyton Plattfoot. The lone senior for the Trojans, number 11, Jenna Metz. Number 12, Madeline Fry. And the libero is number 5, sophomore Madison Loy. The keys for tonight's game for Carissa Allen's 3-7 Houston Wildcats, she wants them to stay vocal and continue to play fast, aggressive volleyball. For the Botkins Trojans, Coach Sarah Brown brings her team in at 5-7. She wants them to get off to a good start, be effective in serve receive, and focus from beginning to end. I'm Jeremy Plymon. Sitting next to me, Carson Brown. We're going to get to him in just a minute. We're going to get the game rolling here just a little bit. Looking forward to this. Botkins comes into the game 5-6 on the year, have dropped 4 in a row. Houston, on the other hand, comes into the game at 2-7. They've won their last 2, beating Bradford and Riverside in 3 sets apiece. The Trojans have beat both Bradford and Riverside also. Trojans took Riverside to 4 games. They set the rotations, and the libero comes in for the Wildcats. Number 8, Cheyenne Stengel. Lauren Krim is going to go back and serve. The junior junior outside hitter for the Wildcats. Punches it across, and that one's going to be long. Gives the Trojans a 1-0 lead on the service error. Peyton Plattfoot, number 7, in the serve. Brings it across, goes short. Krim. Harding's Trojans in system. Tipped and found the area, Ella Brown. Nice play by Ella Brown there, right, Carson?
Yep, seen that one a couple times.
Carson's younger sister, Ella, sophomore for the Trojans. On the mic here, ladies and gentlemen, Carson Brown. Let's run down some of this young man's accolades as Peyton Plattfoot puts it in play. Outside, blocked at the net by the Trojans. Ella gets the kill again. Carson Brown, this past weekend, broke a 42-year-old school record by running 15:59. He's a seven-time state qualifier, a one-time All-Ohioan, and is a leader along with Colin Dosek of the number 3 ranked team in the state of Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, Carson Brown, thanks for being here this evening, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Should be a lot of fun. Nice night up here. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot cooler up here than it was the other week. I'm going to tell you that, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. Got the fan blowing on us.
Yeah. You didn't know I was living so comfortable up here. Olivia Burks hits it just long. A 5'8" junior. Carson Brown, leader of the cross-country team. Him and Colin Dosek, 2 of the seniors. Coached by Ryan Gutman. Just finished with Pickwa. Where are you at this week, Carson?
Troy night meet.
Troy night meet. That'll be a quick one, won't it?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it was last year, so hoping to do it again.
Nice. Carson, let's talk about a little bit of your season so far. How's things been going for you and the Trojans? We talk about how you guys are ranked 3rd in the state polls this week. You, I believe, started the season at 6 or 7. You've worked your way up to 3rd. You guys had 4 guys that run sub-17s last week, I believe.
Yep.
Number 5 guy, Carson Euchre, first year doing high school cross country. As Peyton Plattfoot gets an ace there. There's a timeout on the floor. Trojans up 8-0. Houston calls a timeout. We're just going to keep it here with Carson. You guys put 5 in Carson. Carson Euchre in a 720 something like that, right?
Around there, yeah.
Tremendous, tremendous. Talk to us about the season, how it's going.
Yeah, so I mean, our last meet at Pickwa, we all ran great times. I mean, we've all put in the work over the summer. We were running many miles this summer, and it's definitely showing off, and I think everyone can see that.
You got some youth, some new ones. You got Carson, we talked about, new.
Yeah.
Wesley Munger, who's only a sophomore, but first time running a lot of varsity. But you got the likes of you and Colin leadership-wise. How's that having Colin there, and you two have been around this deal for a while?
Yeah, I mean, we've been here since 7th grade. I mean, we kind of know what we're doing. We're teaching the freshmen and the sophomores and the first-year runners, the basics. It's shown with like Euchre and Wesley how much just they've improved, and it's really helping out the team.
A lot of stability there for Coach Gutman, having both you two around. You guys have been around. They're trying to get to the 6th state qualifier in a row, I believe, for the boys team. So you guys have been around the program. You were 7th graders when they first made it to state in this little run, and now you guys are trying to keep that tradition going and try to, let's not kid ourselves. Put another spot on the wall up there, a banner, so you say, of a top 4 finish is probably, I would imagine, your goal, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We're obviously hungry for more, so
absolutely.
That's what I gotta say.
Carson, most memorable meet you've had?
I have a lot of memorable meets. A lot of PRs and stuff, but I gotta go with my last meet, Pickwa. Just getting in the 15s. That's just something else. My goal right now is just to try to do it again because it was that big of a goal. Yeah. Was that a goal ever earlier in your life that, hey, let's get into the 15s, or is this a goal process? You're like, hey, are you a process guy? Like, I want to get in the 17s, and I want to get in the 16s, and 15s is down there, young man. Yeah. My goal last year was 15s, but it wasn't always 15s. My freshman year I was in the 17s, and then next year I was trying to get in the 16s, and I did that. And each year I wanted to get 20 seconds, 30 seconds faster, and I've done that pretty consistently, and it's definitely been showing off. Just kind of pick away at it each year.
And I think a lot of people, what they don't understand, if you're not involved or around cross country, to run those kind of times, you have to put in a ton of work, and you have. But you also sometimes need the right kind of environment. The weather has to be right.
Absolutely.
You guys, I mean, a cool night. Some of these mornings where it's 75 degrees and it's hot and muggy out, like those times just aren't really accomplishable as Maddie Fry gets a kill there and puts her Trojans up 12-3.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it depends on, I mean, you always got to give your 100%, but your 100% always, it's a different time every time.
Absolutely.
It depends on the weather, how hard the ground is. I mean, the ground at Pickwa, I mean, we didn't get rain for a while, so it was rock hard. It was like running on a track for 3 miles. I mean, yeah, you just got to get all the things to go right once, and it'll definitely show.
And as you talked about, too, and as we both kind of talked about here, the weather has to be right. And sometimes time is important, but you've gotten to the stage probably in your career also. Time's great, but, man, place is important, and not just your place. The team place is important to you, you know. What's one? We talked about your accomplishment. And you kind of tied in your funnest meet and stuff like that. What's what drew your love to running?
You know, honestly, I don't even know really what drew it. I always ran like the fun runs and stuff. Like I'd go to my brother's meets, and they'd have like the little runs that you just run like a mile or whatever. I'd go run them. I do pretty well on them, but I would say where it mostly started from is my brother. I mean, I kind of just followed his footsteps and kind of wanted to be like him. And I'd say that's where most of it came from.
And to set a little background, he's talking about Donovan Brown, who's a senior this year. His brother Donovan, senior runner at Ohio Northern.
Correct.
Was on the first team in this little run that went to state. Was very successful as a runner here. You're a year removed. You never got to run with him, did you?
Correct. When he was a senior, I was an 8th grader. So
you were there when that start kind of got going and stuff like that. So you've been around for a while, and that's extremely important. What's the hardest thing about running? I mean, because this sport is brutal. There's no fanfare at your practices on a Wednesday or Thursday where you ran a light 5 miles today. That would be considered differently for me.
Yeah, I would say the most hard thing to do. I mean, we got our workouts 2 times a week at the beginning of the week, so we're rested and ready for our meets. But I mean, running those workouts are just, I mean, they're difficult. I mean, they're difficult for a reason. And also another thing that's just difficult is running over the summer. You don't want to go run in the hot heat. I mean, no one wants to do that, but if you want to be great, you got to do it.
You know, and that's one thing you talk about, running in the summer in that hot heat like that. And that's where leadership comes to play. I know how many times throughout the summer I saw you young men, and you were getting guys together, and you guys were running in the morning, trying to get your run in before you guys either go to work. Sometimes some of your guys are doing it either before basketball workouts or after basketball workouts, slipping those in. And that takes a level of dedication there as well. And, you know, that's commendable to you as a leader, and you and Colin. I mean, you guys were there a lot for that.
Yeah. Just got to get the young ones in, get the young ones to run.
You prefer track or cross? In track, 3,200-meter guy, 3,200-meter guy. Yep. Regional qualifier back-to-back years, all region as a junior and sophomore, correct?
Correct, yep.
Which means he was on the podium in the top 8. Jana Metz is just a little bit wide there for the Trojans, who are up 17-5 here. Got a commanding lead in set number 1. You prefer track or cross?
You know, I like them both for different reasons. I don't think I could pick a favorite, but if I had to, I'd say cross, just because it's more of a team aspect and team-oriented. And I just find that more fun. I mean, if you're doing a workout by yourself, it's no fun. Doing it with your teammates is way more fun.
So is that the biggest difference? Then explain to us what you see the differences as in cross and track.
Yeah,
just the individualness of it.
I mean, track is a team sport, but at the same time, you're running in just a regular race. You're running for yourself in your own time. You're not running for others, and your time's not going to affect others really. And also just cross country, I like the environment better. Just run on the track, run 8 laps on the track. I mean, it can only get so fun.
Yeah, it gets a little obviously repetitive.
Yeah,
the scene doesn't change, does it?
No.
I mean, same thing. You imagine those guys who are running those 5Ks on the track and
Yeah.
stuff like that in college. Lauren Krim gets a block there, makes it 18-7. Trojans on top here in set number 1. Tatum Branscombe moves back and serves. The sophomore Meyer keeps it in. Stella Braun with the tip in the middle. Joust at the net. Jana Metz tries to go back to the corner, sniffed out by the Wildcats. Here comes Lauren Meyer, and she's long. Excuse me, Olivia Burks. Future running? College? Undecided?
Right now I'm undecided. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it could go either way for me. I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put my whole heart into it. I'm gonna do it 100%, and I don't want to split my time up and only do it halfway. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it the whole way. But yeah, right now undecided.
Nice. College, you're going to go to college. What are you looking to major in?
Right now, I'm decided mechanical engineering. Just kind of following my dad, kind of look up to him. He's a mechanical engineer as well. So is my brother, like my older brother.
Do you have certain colleges you're looking at? Do you have one chosen, or are you still on the prowl looking out there trying to figure out which one you want to go to?
Right now, I have about 3 colleges that I'm looking at right now. So I like Wright State, ONU, that's where my brother goes. And then I also like Toledo a lot.
Nice. 3 great institutions there. All of them have real good engineering programs. That one sent just long by Krim. Another service error for the Wildcats. Peyton Plattfoot back in serve. Carson obviously watches a lot of volleyball. He's got his younger sister. Ella's a sophomore. Front row player for the Trojans, and his mom's the volleyball coach. Does mom talk running with you much, or?
No, that's more my dad. He's the motivator.
So dad's the runner, mom's the volleyballer, because both your sisters play volleyball, correct?
Correct, yeah. I wouldn't say my dad's a runner, but
he's definitely a motivator.
Yeah, definitely a motivator.
What are some other things you're involved in at school, Carson? You're class president, right?
Yep, class president, FFA. I'm not really sure what else.
Yeah, those are back there serving up hot dogs out of the concession stand. We pulled them out of the concession stand to come up here tonight in set number 1.
Yeah.
Trojans up 20-11. Caitlin Meyer gets blocked at the net. Got a joust going on. Meyer can't keep it in. Kill for the Wildcats. Lauren Meyer, name's not spelled the same, from Houston gets the kill. Lexi Harding serves it across. Ella playing well. 3rd kill of the set. Up 21-22, 21-12 are the Trojans in command here early. Trojans playing well tonight. It's been a struggle the last couple games here, Carson.
It's been a rough one.
I'll tell you what has not been rough, though. Props to you young men. There's a big block. Ella Brown, Jana Metz get the block. Doing a great job with the student section. You guys have been into every game so far this year. Props to you guys down there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, especially when it's a close game. It's a lot of fun, especially when there's another student section there to cheer against you as well.
Absolutely. Houston's got a nice crowd here tonight. Botkins got a real good crowd here also on this Thursday evening. Communicate for the Trojans. Boy, hammers it across. Up 22-12. Overhit. Metz goes, and she gets the kill. Jana Metz, the lone senior for the Trojans, has her team up 23-12 here in set number 1. Quick moving set. Meyer goes just long. Caitlin Meyer. Subs on both ends. Brennan Paul in for the Trojans. Tatum Branscombe in for the Wildcats. Carson, I want to thank you for coming up here tonight. It's enjoyable. Love to have you up here. And, you know, maybe we'll get you up here again some other game if we got open mic. We'll start calling this open mic night as the Trojans get a kill. Maddie Fry gets one to go over the net and drop. Start calling this open mic night. That's what we need to have. Certain people we probably don't need up here. They'd say some things. Yeah. I'd have to apologize for Mr. McFerrin. Calls it on the line. Right there. Nice job on his part. McKenna Vondenhoevel with the kill. She came in with 45 on the year. Set point for the Trojans here. Lauren Meyer goes back to serve. Punches it across. Brennan Paul sends it to the front, free balled over. Wildcats in system. Bump to the net, blocked. Vondenhoevel. On the block. Came in with 13 on the year. Picks up one in here in set number 1. Trying to keep her team alive. Stella Braun, big hit. They let it go long, and that'll go to the Trojans. Trojans are going to win set number 1, 25-15. We want to thank Carson Brown for being up here up in the Crow's Nest with us. Carson, good luck the rest of the year. Good luck on your senior year. Look forward to seeing you and reading about you and your teammates in the paper.
Yep, thanks for having me.
We'll be back on NK Telco Sports for set number 2 from Botkins in just a moment. We're back here at Botkins. Set number 1 went to the Trojans in dominating fashion, 25-15. Trojans were led by Ella Brown with 3 kills. They had 8 in the set, an ace and a block. The Wildcats, on the other hand, had 5 kills. They were led by Lauren Meyer with 2. So we get going in set number 2. Ella Brown puts it across. Lexi Hardings with the kill. Ella Brown goes just long. 2-0. Wildcats on top. Lauren Krim, senior setter for the Wildcats at the net, clips the net. Peyton Plattfoot gets a little tied up. Krim's going to get an ace. Krim service error into the net. The Wildcats had a pair of them in set number 1. They have their first one in set number 3. Caitlin Meyer. Getting the Meyer girls confused. Maddie Fry into the hands of Lexi Hardings. She gets the block. Houston, tall and long, athletic looking young ladies under new head coach Carissa Allen. Trying to bring a little bit of a different style, a little faster pace. She talked about it, a brand new coaching staff. As this young staff tries to learn not only the young ladies, but trying to teach their way through it, coach their way through it. She has her team up 5-1. Playing well here at the beginning of set number 2. Olivia Burks with the kill and the hit. Wildcats up 6-1. Trojans in a scramble. Maddie Fry with a hit. Big kill for number 22, Olivia Burks. And at this time, we welcome Miss Grace Gutman to the Crow's Nest. Let's talk about this young lady. Let's run down some of her accolades. This past weekend, moved into the top 15 all-time fastest cross-country times in Botkins history. Top 10 senior fastest all-times. She's a 2-time state qualifier in track, 2-time All-Ohioan. Grace Gutman, ladies and gentlemen. Grace, welcome to the Crow's Nest.
Thank you.
It's kind of exciting up here.
Yeah.
Is it all you thought it would be?
And more.
It's hot.
Yeah. I was
Trojans.
making popcorn. It's not as hot as that.
You're making popcorn. Is it good tonight?
I don't know. If it's not good, I didn't make it.
Who we blaming? Your brother was down
Wesley.
there before. Absolutely.
Wesley.
Do you like your popcorn salty or less salty?
Salty, I think.
All right, we're off topic here. I gave Grace a list of possible questions. Grace, you're at a movie theater. You're getting popcorn, right? How many pumps? How long are you holding that button with the butter?
Oh, I don't put butter on it. So
What?
maybe I don't like it saltier.
You don't put any butter on it?
No, it hurts my stomach.
That's insane. All right, I guess we'll move on to other things here. Grace, senior leader, only senior in cross country, correct?
Well, Sophie.
Sophie, that's
Brown.
right. But Sophie's moved
She's
back to the
new.
program.
Yeah,
So returning senior,
yeah.
has her team ranked 14th this week in the
Yeah, I
state
think
polls.
so.
Come out 14th in the state polls. How's the season going for you and your team?
So we only have 7 this year, but I think that we have a really strong 7. We have 3 of our girls playing soccer, so I think what our expectations were going into the season and where we are, I think we're doing really well, and I think we've set ourselves up well to perform better later in the season.
Stella Braun, big swing. Wildcats go on 2. That's outside. Maddie Fry off the block, gets a kill. You guys have ran well. Like you said, you ran at the Pickwood night race this past week. We just got off, had Carson Brown on here, and talked about the night race. You enjoy the night races?
I do. I feel like the atmosphere is a lot better for night races. A lot more people can come. It's obviously more exciting to run at night. There's, glow sticks everywhere.
Fireworks for the start of it,
Yeah.
right? That's always a lot of fun. That adds a little element down there. I remember the first year you guys went there, maybe 8, 10 teams, not very big at that point in time. As Jenna Metz, senior compadre right there, only senior captain for the volleyball team, gets an ace as it crawls over. There's only about 8 or 10 teams. Now that thing is 30-some
Huge.
teams. It's
Yeah.
huge. And like you said, and a testament to the environment a little bit. A lot of fun there. And times are fast.
Yes, super fast.
Super fast. You prefer cross or track?
I kind of go back and forth. I think sport-wise, I prefer track a little bit more in terms of actual events. But cross-country, I don't think anything beats the team aspect that you have doing cross-country.
There's something of unity there. It's, as a coach for 8 to 9 years, I can't explain it.
Right.
There's something there. It's just different than any other sport. I think it's because
We say we're all suffering together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's where I was kind of going with that. There's a suffering together.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. You're doing it. I'm doing it. We're all doing it together.
Yes.
Interesting aspect for you, young lady, and I've had the front row seat of watching this, being coached by your dad.
Mm-hmm.
How is that dynamics work? I mean, you like it? Is it hard at times?
I think a lot of people assume that because my dad is the coach and because my whole life he's been a cross-country coach that I've kind of been forced into doing cross-country. But I don't think, I don't know if everyone is the same when your parents the coach, but I think that you kind of pick up on things that they love about certain athletes. They were such a hard worker, they were super coachable, or they're always willing to do what was asked of them. I think that you kind of pick those things up just naturally, having your parent as the coach. But my dad does a pretty good job being a dad at home and being a coach and a teacher. He's my teacher too.
That adds a whole different element, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I and I've watched that element, and I think both of you, and I have huge praise for both of you, because I know that's not always easy, and I've talked to your dad. You know how close your dad and I are,
right.
And I have huge praise for both of you of how you both handle it, and I think watching you develop and watching you grow as a young lady and as an athlete, a lot of that goes to your mom and your dad of how you handle it, and a props to your dad as well as how he handles it. A lot of parents, as you said, they can't keep it on the court or on the course, and they bring it home, and to be able to keep that relationship father-daughter also is important. And
I do think it gives a little bit more to my successes. When something finally pays off, or I have a good race, I run a good time. He sees all of those behind the scenes, everything that I'm doing. Not just at practice, but what I'm eating, at home, or what I'm doing at night to make sure I'm trying to run well. So I would say in that aspect, it makes it a little bit better.
Yeah. And it probably more enjoyable for him a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he sees a front row seat to what you've accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad and I talked sometime. Well, it's a 13-11 here. Wildcats on top in set number 2. They fell to the Trojans set number 1. Trojans are up 1-0 in sets. It's Peyton Plattfoot gets a kill. Trying to bring her team back to even here in set number 2. College? You're going to college, right?
I'm going to college,
Where?
Yes.
You have plans? You have that set yet?
I'm pretty set on Ohio State, but I'm looking at some different options. But as of now, Ohio State is pretty definite.
What's your major?
Data science.
Data science.
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Alex
Yeah.
Are you his goddaughter?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. All right. Alex is a former student of mine, former cross-country runner. Close, very close with that young man and his family. Him and Aaron down there in Troy, Miami East, raising a great young set of family. Grace's uncle and godfather. So it's funny because I often watch, and I think there's two people when I watch you run an 800. I see some of Alex in you.
Really?
I do. There's some aspects of it that I see. Alex, he looked like he was working a little harder at it. I think you have a very graceful run to you.
Well,
it doesn't
thank
look,
you.
it doesn't look like you're always working hard, but I think Alex I see the work ethic that Alex had. The other person is, and maybe it's because I've had a front row seat to both of them, I see your approach as you've gotten older, comparable to Carter's. You don't get too worked up early in the season.
Right.
This is a process.
Yeah.
The end game is all that matters. The Tuesday night meet at Fairlawn,
Yeah.
whatever. I can run 2 events, I can run 1, I can run none. Whatever we need to do. It's a process. And your dad and I have talked about that a little bit.
Well, that's where you'll see a lot of my dad.
Yeah.
He's like, these are just practices until, you know, you have the big performances later in the season.
Absolutely. And you see, I think when you were a little bit younger, it's hard to understand it because you want results.
Oh, yeah.
And then after you kind of got to the level where you're at, you're, like we talked about, 2-time All-Ohio in the 4x8, regional qualifier 2 times in the Open 8, you know, regional qualifier numerous times in the 4x4. Like, you kind of get this sense of, I'm good. Even a Saturday morning, some of those big invitationals, I'm sure there's 1 or 2 you kind of get yourself up a little different for. But you kind of get the process of, this is all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
We're good. You know, you don't get too worked up. And that, I mean, hey, those are 2 people that you're going to follow and look like. I'd take those 2. I mean, Alex went sub-2. Carter was known to go sub-2s in the 800 and state qualifier and everything else. So, what do you know, we talked about what you like more. And are you going to run in college? Is that something you want to do or other stuff?
I don't know.
It's a lot of work, isn't it?
I mean, I have to figure it out by November. November 1st is applying. I don't have to have it done by now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got time.
I'm figuring it out.
You'll figure life out along the way.
Bye.
Did you ever consider volleyball?
No. So I tell my parents that I was conned into doing cross country because I never got put in soccer or volleyball. And they just said it was because, I mean, I did gymnastics when I was little, which probably was the actual reason, but I was never given another option.
You're never given another option. I understand that. And not because they didn't want to give you an option, but there's only so many of you to chase around.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. What's it like having, you got a younger brother, Wes, who's a freshman?
Yes.
Running cross country with you.
Yeah.
You can say it a little bit more excited. All right. What's that like having him around you in cross country?
You know, it's funny. I think this year seeing him like hang out and actually be friends with people I've grown up with, people in my class, and you know, even the juniors and the sophomores. It's the first time I've kind of seen him as like not just my little brother, but a high school boy. But it's fun now because we get along. No, we get along more now than we did.
Really?
Yes.
You
So
understand
it's been
each other.
fun. Yeah.
And you got your younger brother, Reed.
Reed.
He's in junior high.
Uh-huh.
Still don't find him as fun, evidently.
He's funny.
He's funny in his own way, huh?
Yeah, he's still a junior high boy, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Take a shower, put deodorant on, brush your teeth, please. Or I'm not taking you to school today.
Uh-huh.
Younger brother, Zane, and then little sister, Anna.
Yep.
At the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You're a little mini-me. Looks exactly like you. Looks exactly like mine.
Really?
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely. I was Grace's mom's cross-country coach her senior year. I believe it was her senior year. I think so, yeah. Trojans and Wildcats tied at 18. Grace was telling me earlier this week this was a dream of hers to be up in the press box. Carson and I decided we're going to start calling this open mic night.
Oh.
When we bring you guys up here.
Yeah.
Most memorable meet for you? It can be cross or track.
Track. It would have to be my sophomore year 4x8 state. Just because earlier that season our 4x8 hadn't been even like concrete. We mixed around a few different people the start of that whole season, and then Addison Blindauer came and they're like, why don't you try out the 800? And that was when everything kind of clicked. That race was just so cool. It was like everything we worked so hard for had paid off, but at the same time, like we never expected or thought that we could, you know, get to that level, place at that level. And just the experience of running at state is so cool.
Nothing like it, is it?
No.
Jesse Owens Stadium.
Right.
Compare the two. Last year, to give some history on that, background history, 4x8 sophomore year, they finished 6th.
Yes.
All Ohioans. For the first time in a long time here, they were able to get up on that podium. Kind of came out of nowhere. It was kind of, like you said, it was a little bit trying to fit some parts together.
Right.
Those parts came together at the right time. You got to districts and regionals and started making a real good run. And then at state really put things together. As the Trojans go up 20-19 here late. That was your first time All-Ohio getting on the podium?
Yeah.
Dad there in tears. That was a good moment. I was hoping, I'm like, she's got to go there. That was a good one. That was a great one. Kind of playing second fiddle that whole year to West Liberty and Marmy and Minster.
Yeah.
Hey, when you get to the state meet, fine, we'll play second fiddle to you. That's fine. Just get us on the podium.
Yeah.
Hey, we're good with it.
Right. Well, I think that's what's so. I don't think people know a lot about cross country and like the competition, but if you would look at our area, the top finishers every single year cross country and track are all from our area. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely crazy, and it makes it tough as you guys have had the bridesmaids, so to speak, all 3 of your years. You're a 3-time regional qualifier on your team and as an individual. As Lexi Hardings gets the kill to put Houston up 21-20 here in set number 2. Trojans up 1-0. Houston fighting their way through here on set number 2. Coach Sarah Brown's going to call a timeout. We're going to keep it here on NK Telco Sports. We got Grace Gutman up in the crow's nest. You guys have been the bridesmaid, 3 years in a row?
Yeah.
Just one spot from getting a state. And like you said, those teams ahead of you have gone on and finished in the top 4 and 5 of the state, and state champion, state runner-up, and that's tough. And I believe they're, as hard as that can be, I believe there's aspects that you guys have been able to take and move that onto the track, and it's helped you.
Definitely. I think you kind of have to rethink what your definition of success looks like when you set those goals, and for so long they don't happen, or things happen that are out of your control. You have to be able to still look at what you did and see how far you went.
Just wide. Caitlin Meyer tried to sneak one down the line unsuccessfully. 22-20. Cheyenne Stengel in serve for the Wildcats. Punches it across. Jana Metz, Stella Braun, and that one's deep too. Trojans in a hole, down 3, late in set number 2. This is part where Coach Brown talked about finishing things off, staying focused. Trojans with a couple hitting errors here late in set 2. Metz, back set, flat foot, into the arms. Lexi Hardings. Grace, we've enjoyed having you up here. You've done a tremendous job, young lady.
Thank you so much.
Grace comes from the line of, on her mom's side, of public speaking.
Yeah.
She kind of knocked this one out of the park. This is old hat for her. Carson did a great job. A lot of you young people do a great job. It's kind of fun up here. It wasn't too painful, was it?
Yeah. Not too.
Not too much. We're going to get Ross up here next. Austin gets the win. Back-to-back golfer of the year.
Yeah.
You ever go golfing?
No. I took pictures last year for the yearbook, and I almost got hit by a golf ball. And I said enough.
I'm out. You people are out of control. Here's the problem. If Ross is out there, you got to feel fairly safe. He's going to put it in the middle of the fairway.
In hindsight, I definitely wasn't in the right place.
It's not my fault. Oh, shoot, that's funny. Hey, Grace, thanks for being up here. We enjoyed it. Good luck to you and your teammates on the rest of the season. A lot of fun. We'll go from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
1-1. Houston ties it up here after set number 2 from Botkins. We'll be back in just a moment on NK Telco Sports.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without. the internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NK Telco. Call today.
Welcome back. High school volleyball action here on NK Telco. I am Jeremy Plyman. The Houston Wildcats and the Botkins Trojans tied up at 1 set apiece. Botkins won set number 1, 25-15. Houston wins set number 2, 25-20. Really good and competitive volleyball here so far. Lauren Krim puts it in play for the Wildcats. Back row attack, Maddie Fry, and it's just long. Trojans down 1-0. Wildcats come into the game 2-7, 0-5 in Shelby County Athletic League. Botkins 5-6, 1-4 in the league. Ella Brown gets the kill. Gives her 5 on the night on a very rough estimate. Peyton Plattfoot right hands it across. That ball's knuckling all over the place, and she's going to get herself an ace. 2-1, Trojans on top. We've enjoyed having Carson Brown and Grace Gutman up here for our first 2 sets. Wildcats on attack. Dinked it over, overhit, dug out by Loy. Mets tried to go on 2. Free ball to cross by the Wildcats. Mets outside, blocked by Hardings. Ella Brown pushes it to the back. Trojans are going to get 4. And that'll put the Wildcats at a 2-2 even. Into the game, McKenna Vondenheuvel. Into the crow's nest next to me, Mr. Ross Dietz. Talk about him a little bit here in a minute. Talk about his team. Ella Brown on the slide play gets a kill, gets 2 of them now. Ross Dietz, as we run down this set of accolades. Ross, welcome.
Thanks for having me on.
You might be the first 2-time participant in what Carson Brown and I have coined this as open mic night.
I like it.
I like it too. It's kind of nice. You know, Ross, 2-time participant, because we brought you up here last year?
Yeah, me and Lydia.
Yeah, you and Lydia. Lydia the Great. That was fun. No, it had to be 2 years ago. Lydia wasn't up here last year. It was your sophomore year,
yeah,
right?
It would have been 2 years ago, yeah.
Sister Lydia, as Caitlin Meyer finds the back line on a scramble play and gets the kill. Team's up 4-3. Sister Lydia's at Heidelberg. Let's run down Ross's accolades here as Ella Brown's going to put this in play. 2-time state qualifier. 9-hole record holder. 18-hole record holder for the school. Back-to-back Shelby County Athletic League Golfer of the Year. Shot a 69 today. Findlay bound, correct?
Yep, that's right.
You've had a career, young man. You've had a season, young man. Tell me about how your season's going, not only for you, but for your team. You guys finished second today. 1 shot off, so close.
Yeah, that one definitely stung today. Rushi's our biggest competition in the league, and we were really looking to beat Rushi so we could co-lead for the SCAL champions, but just came up 1 shy. I'm sure everybody could have found 1 shot in there, or we could have got 1 back, but it is what it is, and second's not bad.
No, not at all. Ross, you're the lone senior on the team this year. The Trojans get the kill right there. I believe Peyton Plattfoot had that one. Lone senior on the team this year, with playing with 3 freshmen and a sophomore, right?
3 freshmen, 1 sophomore, and Carson's the junior. Yeah.
So fairly young. And how's, you know, you go back and you start off back in this deal when you were a freshman, and, you know, that team went to state and you were heavily seniored with that, right? You had Jay, you know, you had Jack, your brother, Jaden, Jameson, a lot of upperclassmen, and now Jana Metz tries to walk one just across the net. That thing crawled across there. Peyton Plattfoot goes just wrong. Now to this point where you got a bunch of young ones on there. Yeah. Did you take some advice from what they did with you and try to apply it this year?
100%. When I was a freshman, those 4 guys were great leaders for our team, and they really set a standard when I first got there. And I'm trying to do the same for those freshmen. I'm trying to set that bar high for all of them so that they can all work hard throughout their whole high school career and see what they can do with it. I've really been impressed with how our freshmen have been this year. Treg Meyer, earlier this year against Jackson Center, he shot a 33, which is the lowest score as a freshman. And let me tell you, when I was a freshman, I think my lowest score might have been 37. And that's just a great accomplishment by Treg. I was really impressed by that.
The other senior on that team, that, not to leave anybody off, was Isaac Cisco, correct?
Isaac Cisco, yeah.
Caitlin Meyer with the kill puts her team up 9-5 here in set number 3. We're even one set apiece. Houston and Botkins. We got Ross Dietz up here in the Crow's Nest with us on open mic night, as it's been named by Carson Brown, talking about his season. Yeah, those, do you think, big overkill hit by Stella Braun. Do you think some of, you're very calm and you've played a lot of golf in your life and a lot of matches of golf, and a lot of big matches. Do you think your calmness, do you try to get that to rub off onto those freshmen a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. Even after our round today, when we lost by 1, I could tell those freshmen were pretty upset about their performance. They didn't really play to their full potential, and I was just telling them all, it really doesn't matter. It's nice to have that title as the league champion, but all in all, the only thing that matters this season is when you get to tournament time. And really just trying to get their mindset in the right spot for when we get to tournament.
Yeah, next match, next hole. Like, and probably try to apply it hole to hole. Like, listen, we had a rough one. Let's put the next one, put it behind us. Let's get out of here and get a next hit. Your even next hit, I'm sure, you know, those are things you probably talked about with them throughout.
100%. I think golf is very mental. If you don't have a strong mental game, it's very hard to shoot good scores. If you can't let a bad shot go and come back with a good shot right after, it's a tough game.
Let me ask you this, Ross, and this is off topic. Do you think you could hit that ball across the neck against Alexi Harding that way when she's up there blocking like that? Or is it coming back at you?
It's probably coming back at me. I'm only 5'6", so.
Well, yeah, she's got 4 inches on you, and she's got a lot more long arms than you got.
Yeah.
But hey, you can outdrive her on a golf course, probably. Yeah. Everybody's got their strengths, Ross.
That's right.
You've had the opportunity to play with a very, very differently experienced for about. You played not only with 2 of your brothers, you played with your sister on the team. Talk about that experience and how that's had to be quite different and quite unique, isn't it?
For sure. I don't know if many people can say that they played golf with their sister on the same team.
Absolutely.
She did real well playing from the men's tees, playing with other guys who are hitting it maybe even 100 yards past what she is. And, you know, she did that really well. It was fun playing with her.
And how is that different than playing with, you know, your brothers a little bit? I mean, is any of them, I'm sure they all have their differences. Did one of them talk golf with you more, or does one of them accept advice? Let's cut to the chase, because we'll accept advice from older brother Ross.
I don't know if he accepts it or if it just runs right through his head, but
you give it?
I try to give him advice, yeah.
As in any older brother, and sometimes the little brothers, I understand that. I've watched it in my house too. Sometimes a little reluctant to take it from. Here's what I'm going to tell you, Ross. He's probably taking it in. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to admit it right to you that yes, I'm taking it in. Peyton Plattfoot gets the kill. tight one here in set number 3, 12-11. Trojans on top. Plattfoot's going to move back and serve. Most memorable match for you?
Yeah, I would say it's this year. We played over at Arrowhead against Fort Laramie, and I shot 34, and that score is pretty good, but I had 2 eagles, 2 birdies, 2 bogeys, and a double bogey. It was all over the place, and it was pretty fun.
So that's not even your school record's a 32, right? Or
31.
31.
Yeah.
Jeez, Pete's 31. Unreal. It's not even worth paying for, Ross. 31. So your best round's not your most memorable. It's the one where you were all over the place.
Yeah, that's right. I've had a lot of good rounds, so the most memorable one's probably going to be the one where I was all over the place.
Speaking of next shot, fellas, next hole.
Yes.
We talked about it in my intro with you. I don't know if many people know it, as Caitlin Meyer gets an ace. Gives her team a 2-point lead. Going to Finley.
Yeah.
Playing golf.
Yep.
Why Finley?
Finley is a great school. I loved campus when I was on it. We went to a couple basketball camps there, and I've already seen campus. We went on that official visit, saw a lot on campus, and I really liked what I saw. Their golf program's great. I love the coach. I know a couple kids already on the team, and I just think it's a great fit for me.
In all my visits to Finley and stuff like that we've had with our 2 boys and stuff like that, it is a beautiful campus. Tremendous atmosphere there. Very involved in all their sports, but their golf is on another level. I'm sure you've taken a little. It'll be hotly contested in the family household later on, as you wear that orange and black in, and you got Jacob over there in the green and white.
That's right.
That'll be a little different, as both teams. His cousin Jacob plays basketball at Tiffin. They're both in the Finley and Tiffin are in the GMAC and are rivals. So, same kind of thing. You may not be able to, as Olivia Burks gets a big kill here, you might not be able to beat him in basketball, but you can outdrive him in golf. I've played golf with him enough. He's got one. Every once in a while we get a hold, but other than that slice is terrible.
He plays a lot. He's been doing
He does play a lot. You would think he'd be getting tremendously better for as much golf as he plays. Jeez, Pete. Unbelievable. What are you going to major in, Ross? Or do you know, or is there some options out there?
Yeah, I'm deciding to go into education. I can really see myself being a teacher. And
I think your love for kids and stuff, Ross, I've seen you interact with your nieces and nephews and kids even in school. There's a calmness about you, and I do believe you'll be tremendous at anything you do. I think you'd be a great teacher in that aspect. Finley's got a good program there. It's right up the road. What's the young lady who was from Finley this year? Golf on the PGA, on the LPG area? Or amateur, what's her name?
Mary Kelly Mulcahy. So she is a senior this year. She had a really great summer. I know she went to Ireland, I believe, for the Arnold Palmer Cup. She played in the European Women's Amateur, the U.S. Women's Amateur, and LPGA event, as you mentioned. And she had a really great summer.
Probably the best thing I get out of golf right now is I am so happy that you're better than your Uncle Travis. It is one of the things that enlightens me. It makes me feel good about things. As the student section starts to bring it here in set number 3, this is going to get loud. Boys soccer game will be over. Stella Braun, big hit. Ross, do you play much volleyball at like graduations and stuff?
Oh yeah, I play a lot of cross net.
A lot of cross net, yeah.
On vacation, we love cross net.
The old cross net. Senior companion Jana Metz in serve. Jana
much like you, only senior on the team.
It's different.
It is different, isn't it?
A lot. Friends with them freshmen.
Exactly. Try to work through their young annoyances. You've done a great job with it, young man. It's good to see you progress as that's gone. Jana's going to get herself an ace. Gives her team a 21-6 lead here in set number 3. We're winding down, tied at 1 set apiece. Both teams in a very competitive volleyball game. Houston out of system a little bit. Trojans in system. Dinked by Plattfoot. Houston just sets it across. Now Fry tries to go on 2. Gets it off the block. Gets the kill. Maddie Fry came into the match leading the Trojans in kills with 78. 22-16. Houston calls a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment for the conclusion of set number 3 with Ross Dietz. We'll be back on NK Telco Sports.
One of the biggest questions people have about broadband internet is, what speed do I need? That depends on how many devices you have, how many people are using them at the same time, and how much bandwidth each device is using. To put it simply, the higher the demand on your home network, the more speed you need. Call NK Telco today. One of our customer care specialists can help you find the best speed for your home. We make it easy.
We're back at Botkins from the Coliseum here at the Botkins Athletic Complex. Trojans up 22-16 in set number 3. 1 set apiece. Jana Metz about to put it in serve. I want to thank Ross Dietz coming and joining us up here in the press box up in the Crow's Nest tonight. Hope you enjoyed this, Ross.
It's been a great time.
Jana Metz gets an ace. That's 2 of a kind, like a dealer at a blackjack table in casino. Mrs. Metz puts her team up 23-16. Ross, we want to wish you good luck next week. You and your team, sectional play at Shelby Oaks. Wednesday? Tuesday. Got a match on Saturday at Mercer County. Should be a good one for you. Good little warm-up. Maddie Fry, Metz, outside, Peyton Plattfoot into the block. 23-17. Ross, I want to wish you good luck the rest of the season in your career. Been exciting, been fun watching you. You're going to go down there and join the student section. Let out some big booms. You guys in the student section have been tremendous this year. It's a lot of fun down there at times, isn't it? Cheering on your peers and on your teammates. Trojans 24-17. Set point. Maddie Fry in serve. You guys have been wild down there. You're going to blow the roof off. I don't think you guys even sit down down there?
No,
Absolutely not. Fry brings it across. Outside. Big swing. Blocked at the net. Stella Braun gives her team a 25-17 win. 2-1. Trojans on top of sets. We'll be back in set number 4. Ross, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
We'll be back on NK Telco Sports in just a moment for set number 4 here from Botkins.
Today's households are using more connected devices than ever before. TVs are streaming, smartphones are browsing, security cameras are watching, and virtual assistants are, well, assisting.
You'll need an umbrella today.
As you add more devices, we are constantly improving our technology to deliver the fastest and most reliable internet to your home. So make sure you have enough bandwidth.
Get NK Telco high-speed internet with speeds up to 1 gig. Call 1-888-NK-TELCO today.
We're back from Botkins. I'm Jeremy Plyman, NK Telco Sports. High school volleyball action. Botkins Trojans lead the Houston Wildcats 2-1. Botkins took set 1, 25-15. Houston returned to favor in set number 2, 25-20. The Trojans win set number 3, 25-17. That leads us to set number 4. Competitive game. Wildcats come in with a 2-7 record, 0-5 in the Shelby County Athletic League.
They've won their last 2 against Riverside and Bradford. Trojans, on the other hand, 5-6, 1-4 in Shelby County Athletic League. They've dropped 4 in a row. It's Lexi Hardings gets the kill to start off set number 4. Lauren Krim, service error into the net, 1-all. Trojans trying to right their ship a little bit, falling on some hard times. Caitlin Meyer overhit by the Wildcats. 2 hits from Maddie Fry. Lexi Hardings, the 5'10" senior, middle hitter. Serve it up. Meyer, Metz, Brown, through the block, gets the kill. Ella Brown with the kill here in set number 4. Enjoyable evening. Set number 1, we had Carson Brown. Then we brought up Grace Gutman and Ross Dietz. Finished it off in set number 3. A lot of fun having all 3 of them up here. Great young people, great interviews. Loved hearing about their seasons that they got going, their careers that they've had. Those 3 have accomplished an awful lot. Getting late in their seasons. Ross is late. He's going to start. He's going to take his young team to the sectional sectional match next Tuesday. Big kill. Olivia Burks gives her about 10 of them on the night. Young lady can jump out of the gym. Track star, volleyball stud. Blocked at the net by Vonenheuvel. Tatum Branscombe gets the kill. Grace and Carson have their teams running at the Troy night meet Saturday. And that's an ace for Miss Burks. Puts her team up 5-2. Coach Brown talked about one of her keys to tonight's game, focusing through. He said that was one of the keys for the Trojans. Right now, we need to get going in the right direction, and that service error there by Burks may help the Trojans get going in the other way. Senior Jana Metz, serve it across. Outside, Branscombe off the block, gets the kill. The young sophomore outside hitter came in. 39 kills on the season. Picks up another one there. Keaton Turner put it in play. Miscommunication right on the line. Vonenheuvel between Plattfoot and Loy. Brennan Paul coming back into the game. Caitlin Meyer out. Punched across. Plattfoot, Metz, back set. Maddie Fry down the line. 7-4, Wildcats on top. Here on NK Telco Sports, I'm Jeremy Plyman. We're at the Botkins Athletic Complex, the Coliseum, home of the Trojans. Set number 4 between Botkins and Houston. Fry serves it up, brings it across. Vonenheuvel, big swing. McKenna Vonenheuvel doing some work here in set number 4. Cambry Walters into the game. Maddie Fry will come out. Cheyenne Stengel, the libero, set the serve. Braun just deep. 9-4, Wildcats on top. Carissa Allen encouraging her team. And that one's deep. Service error number 3 in the set. Those are painful. Ella Brown back into the game. Stella Braun comes out. Madison Loy serves it up, brings it across. Back in the corner. She leads the team in aces. Madison Loy gets one here. Came in 24 on the season. Picks up one right here in set number 4. Gives her team a little life, a little spark. Down 9-6. Tried to go to the same spot, and this one's a little bit long. Service error for the Trojans. Gives them 6 on the evening. The Wildcats have 8. Walters picks it off the ground. In the middle, Meyer blocked at the net. Wildcats free ball it across. Loy, Metz, outside. Caitlin Meyer with the dink, finds the opening. Caitlin Meyer had 50 of those coming in. So we watch her get healthier and healthier. Had some shoulder and biceps issues earlier in the season. Peyton Plattfoot. Wildcats have to free ball it back, and they cannot get it over. Peyton Plattfoot brings her team within 2. 10-8. Grimm sets it. Hardings with the kill. Got it off the tape. Timing was a little off, but you're 6'10" and you got long arms like that, you can make some things work. Grimm, big toss, long, high serve. Quick serve, Ella Brown. Overhit, Metz goes on 2, no success. Grimm outside. Big swing by Burks. Metz to Meyer, blocked at the net. Dug out by Loy. Two-hand. Walters, Metz. Meyer going to try it again. Grimm picking him off the ground. Swinging away. Lauren Meyer. Free ball to cross. Chance for the Houston Wildcats in system. Big swing, Burks. Loy can't get to it. Excuse me, Lexi Hardings. Her and Burks with the hair pulled back. They both got a lot of 2s on their jerseys. Hard to tell who's who. Grimm mishits into the net. 12-9. Wildcats on top. Caitlin Meyer moving back in serve. Serves it across, picked off the floor. Grimm. Meyer serves it over. Slide play with the dink. Blocked at the net. Wildcats going to have to free ball it across. Metz outside. Maddie Fry off opposite hand. Gets the kill. Brings her Trojans within 2, 12-10. Nice crowd here tonight. Shelby County Athletic League action. Meyer put it in play. Metz on a slide to Brown. No avail. Dug out by Wildcats. They're going to free ball it across. Going to be outside the line. Trojans get a point, 12-11. Caitlin serves it across. Grimm. Hardings hits it hard. Blocked at the net. Trojans cover that up well. Maddie Fry blocked as well. Metz back set. Ella Brown blocked at the net also. Lexi Hardings. senior middle hitter, playing well in the middle. Harding service error makes it 13-12. That's 4 in the set for the Wildcats. She's going to come out. The libero comes in. Cheyenne Stengel. Krim. Meyer can't get it over. The lefty just wide. We're tied at 13. Brown takes it off the ground, off the block. Fried. Piece of it at the net by Houston. Vonenheuvel goes with the touch, finds the opening, gets herself the kill. The length of Houston at the net giving the Trojans a little bit of fits at times. Burke serves this one up. Brown puts it in play, slide play, Stella Braun. Big hit, coming across the court. Ties it up. We're even at 14. I'm Jeremy Plyman here on NK Telco from Botkins. The Trojans taking on the Wildcats from Houston. Metz puts it in. She gets herself an ace. Jana Metz make that 4 on the evening for Jana Metz. That one came at a good time. Houston in play. Vonenheuvel takes a swing. Slams it past Brennan Paul. 4 kills for McKenna Vonenheuvel here in set number 4. Madison Loy into the game. Back to serve. Keaton Turner. Service error. Right now, the Wildcats, their own undoings. 5 service errors in the set for the Wildcats. Madeline Fry puts it across. Krim, back set. Meyer takes a swing, Vonenheuvel. Trojan in the net. Wildcats in the net, Houston into the net. Point to the Trojans, 17-15. Gives Maddie Fry a kill. Brings her up to about 10 of them on the night. Puts it in play, the right-hander. Krim outside, Branscombe swings. Lloyd digs it out. Metz over to Meyer. Krim outside, Branscombe again. She dinks it over the block, gets herself a point. Tatum Branscombe with the kill. 17-16 Trojans. Back into the game, Lexi Hardings. McKenna Vonenheuvel will come out. Stengel puts it in play. Nets, back set, Plattfoot. Dug out by the Wildcats. Keaton Turner can't get it across. 18-16, Trojans on top. Stella Braun going back to serve. Hammers it across. Big hit. Candy Walters can't do nothing with that. Lexi Harding squares one up. Tatum Branscombe puts it in play. Walters, Plattfoot, Trojans put it across. Krim outside. Olivia Burks. One-handed by Walters. Trojans can't get it across. It's tied at 18. Coach Sarah Brown is going to call a timeout. And we'll be back on NK Telco here in just a moment from Botkins, tied at 18 in set number 4. We're back from Botkins. Caitlin Meyer takes a swing at the net, overhit, gets the block and dumps it down on the other side. Her team now up 19-18 and in the lead. They're up 2-1. Wildcats need to take this one to hold the Trojans back and force a set number 5. Peyton Plattfoot has other ideas for her team. Nice hard serve. Wildcats free ball it across. Walters, Metz outside. Caitlin Meyer through the block and on the ground. Caitlin Meyer, back-to-back kills. Trojans up 20-18, trying to finish this one off. Peyton Plattfoot serves it up. We're going to get a lift from the Wildcats. 21-18, Trojans on top. Plattfoot puts it across. Krim goes outside. Burks, big swing. Blocked at the net partially. Plattfoot back row attack to no avail. 21-19. If you're Sarah Brown, you want your Trojans gut check right here. 21-19. Finish it off. Krim, high serve. Goes long and deep. Service error number 6 in the set for the Wildcats. And Caitlin Meyer in serve. Puts it across. Wildcats, they're going to have to free ball this one over. Loy, Brown, Fry's going to punch it across. Krim outside. Burks with the tip over the top of the block. She's going to get her kill. (22-20). Lexi Harding's now going back to serve. Punches it across. Loy said, I'll take it. Metz outside. Maddie Fry into the block of Vandenheuvel. Vandenheuvel and Meyer with the block. Draw their team within 1. Hardings. Meyer. Metz. Behind her back. Brown puts it across. Meyer just punches it into the middle. Metz outside. Maddie Fry. Krim takes one to the chest and they go on 2. Metz tries to go on 2 now. Hardings. Vandenheuvel. Meyer. Left hands it, finds the ground. Lauren Meyer with the kill. Ties it up 22-all. Set 4. Trojans up 2-1. Lexi Hardings in serve. Metz outside. Overhit. Brown free swing. Krim goes on 2. Loy goes and gets it. Outside. Maddie Fry over the top of the blockers. Hardings tries to set Burks. Big swing into the round. Olivia Burks gives her 10-plus kills, and Sarah Brown's going to call a timeout. Her Trojans down 23-22, set number 4. We'll be back for the conclusion of set 4 in just a moment on NK Telco Sports.
Both coaches during that timeout imploring their teams, dig deep, get a score, get a point. Houston up 23-22. Hardings puts it in play. Meyer, Metz, back set, Brown. Houston with the chance right here. Olivia Burke swings away, and it's long, tied up, 23 all. Loy out, Braun in. Ella Brown back in serve. Tied up, 23 all. Punches it across. Right now, the Houston Wildcats have made no bones about it. It is going to Olivia Burks. And she has set point as she moves in serve. Punches it across. Flatfoot, Metz tries to dink it across. Sniffed out by the Wildcats. They're going to have to free ball it across. Chance for the Trojans, tie this one up. Outside, Maddie Fry over the top of the blockers, ties it up at 24 all. We are tied here in set number 4. Jana Metz has an ace in the set, actually has 4 on the night, trying to put her team up, giving them an advantage. Burks, Krim outside, Branscombe. Trojans with the chance in system outside, Peyton Flatfoot over the top of the block. Double hit by Metz. 25-24 set point for the Wildcats. Into the game, Keaton Turner. Serves it across. Big hard serve, low liner. Trojans going to have to free ball it across. The Wildcats get a chance. McKenna Vondenheuvel blocked by the Trojans, sent back the other way. 25 all. Big play by the Trojans. They haven't had a ton of them tonight, but that wasn't a big block at a big time for the Trojans right there. Vondenheuvel pushes it back across. Metz outside. Meyer saved by the Wildcats. Free ball across. Brown, Metz, back set, swung away. Peyton Flatfoot blocked at the net. Vondenheuvel, Branscombe get a block. Gives their team a 26-25 lead. Set point again. Cambry Walters into the game. Stengel puts it across. Brown, Metz outside. Caitlin Meyer. That's deep. The Trojans want a tip. They're not going to get the call. It'll set number 4 goes to the Wildcats. 27-25. 2 sets each. We'll be back on NK Telco Sports for set number 5. We're going to 15 this time. We'll be back on NK Telco. We're back on NK Telco Sports, live from Botkins, as the Trojans take on the Wildcats, and we're tied at 2 sets apiece. The Botkins Trojans won set number 1, 25-15. Houston returned the favor, 25-20 in set number 2. Trojans took set 3, 25-17. And the Wildcats won a game, won set number 4, one they needed, 27-25. A hotly contested one. We're going to 15 on this one.
Krim puts it in play. Metz, Meyer at the middle, blocked at the net. Lexi Hardings tried to get it out. Hustle play across. Trojans get a chance outside. Meyer, that's deep. Wildcats up 1-0. Houston in the end of set number 4. Feeding Olivia Burks like crazy. We'll see if that's their strategy here. Trojans, on the other hand, a little bit of everybody. A lot of Caitlin Meyer late. Quick set, Ella Brown, no go. Hardings turned on, swung it at the net. Brown couldn't dig it out of her arms. Point, Wildcats, 2-0. We're playing to 15 here in set number 5. Krim gets herself an ace. $3-0 Wildcats. Nick short into the net. Service error for the Wildcats. Gives them 13 of them on the night. Plattfoot sends it across. Burks, Krim, Burks again, big swing. Like we said in set number 4, Lauren Krim, the setter, the senior setter, just started looking for Olivia Burks a lot at the end, and it was successful. Harding sends it across. Loy, Metz tries to go on 2, sniffed out by the Wildcats. They go to the corner, and it's long. Makes it 4-2. Wildcats on top. Rotation error. The Wildcats are out of rotation. Point to the Trojans. 4-3. Burks, big swing into the net. Net ties it up 4-all. Stangle, Krim has to go get it. Free ball to cross. Chance for the Trojans to go up 1. Back set, slide. Ella Brown, it's long. Timing a little bit off on that one. That'll give the Wildcats a 5-4 lead. Tatum Branscombe back into the game. JC Siepel goes out. Olivia Burks is going to serve this one up. Sends it across. Metz outside. Maddie Fry off the block. Gets the kill. Tied it up. Madeline Fry came in leading the team. 78 kills. Gives her a dozen on the evening. Ella Brown now in serve. Punches it across. Outside. McKenna Vonnehuel trying to find the floor. Stella Braun directs it. No avail. Olivia Burks back throw attack. Into the dirt. 6-5 Trojans. Meyer punches it in the air. Branscombe swings away. Dug out by Fry, overhit. Vonnehuel sends it back the other way. Gets herself a kill. Ties it up at 6-all. Sub coming in. Keaton Turner. Lauren Meyer out. Gets it in a hurry right in front and through the arms of Caitlin Meyer. Ace for Keaton Turner. Into the game, Brennan Paul. And Madison Loy. Turner serving it up again. Awkward looking serve there by Keaton Turner. Kind of serves it off foot, but that ball has got all kinds of movement on it. And it's giving the Trojans some fits right here. Flatfoot steps over, takes it, swings away. Turner up front, Krim. Vondenheuvel tips it over the blocks, punched up in the air. Trojans, nice job scrambling that out. Vondenheuvel. Branscombe swings away, and that one's deep. 8-7 now. Wildcats on top. Jana Metz, the lone senior for the Trojans, going to put this one in play. Houston now doing their struggles with the serve receive. Flatfoot over the block in front of Turner, can't get it. Peyton Flatfoot with a kill, and set number 5 tied up 8 apiece. Jana Metz serves it up. Burks mishits. Ace for Jana Metz. Gives her 5 on the evening. Came into the game with 13 of them. She's got quite a few more. 9-8, Trojans on top. Punched across. Vondenheuvel hits into the block and gets the kill. McKenna Vondenheuvel. She's at double-digit kills now, and she comes out as Lexi Hardings comes back in. 1 5-10, subs in for another 5-10. They go short, and they get an ace. Cheyenne Stengel, the senior libero, and Trojans are going to call a timeout. Down 10-9 in set number 5. We'll be back for the conclusion here from Botkins in just a moment on NK Telco Sports. Good high school volleyball action here. The Wildcats up 10-9 in set number 5. Metz behind her back. Maddie Fry got to punch it across. Krim up front. That's a tough one to handle for the Trojans. Lexi Hardings. Big kill in the middle. Puts her team up 11-9. Cheyenne Stengel punches it across. Flatfoot, Metz back to Flatfoot. She goes two-handed, and it goes on the line, she says. (11-10). Peyton Flatfoot. Cagey little play right there. Let the blockers get in the air and then hit around them. Madeline Fry puts it in play. Burks outside. Branscombe blocked at the net. Flatfoot tries to dig it out. Branscombe's going to get a kill. Wildcats 12, Trojans 10, set 5. Winner take all. Branscombe puts it across. Loy, Metz outside. Caitlin Meyer takes something off of it. Outside, Olivia Burke swinging away, and she's going to get a kill. 13-10. Sarah Brown's going to take a timeout. great evening tonight. We're going to keep it here as we wait on the conclusion of this game. Houston will be back in action on Saturday at home against Arcanum, and then go to Fort Laramie on Tuesday and at home for Fairlawn next week on Thursday. The Trojans will be back in action on Saturday, home with Troy Christian, and then home with Hardin Northern, and home with Fort Laramie as they try to get for the rest of the week. We're getting late in the season here. Tournament draw around the corner in about 2 weeks. Had a great evening having Carson Brown, Grace Gutman, and Ross Dietz up into the box with us up here into the Crow's Nest. A lot of fun with those three. We're going to finish it off. Great volleyball. Tatum Branscombe puts it in play. Loy, Metz, back row attack. Maddie Fry, chance for the Wildcats. Up front, Lexi Hardings over the top of the blockers. Trojans on a scramble play, free ball it across. Olivia Burke swings away. That's been problems. Lloyd digs it out. Trojans free balling it across. Up outside, Burks, big swing again. Lloyd playing real well in that back row. At the net, Meyer hits it through the block, gets a kill. Caitlin Meyer, the junior outside hitter, keeps her team alive. 13-11. Madison Loy in serve, down 2. Krim, Burks, that's not going to be enough. 13-12, Trojans down within 1. Madison Loy put this in play. Stangl, Krim, Hardings finds an opening, dumps it down over the top of that. Match point, Wildcats. Lauren Krim going to put it in, punches it across, Plattfoot, outside. Chance for the Wildcats. Lauren Meyer, dug out by Fry. Blocked at the net, and the Wildcats are going to get a win. 15-12. Burks and Hardings at the net for the block. Great volleyball action here tonight from Botkins to tie this one up. The Trojans come out in set number 1. They win 25-15. Wildcats take set number 2, 25-20. Trojans go back, take set number 3, 25-17. And then the last 2 sets, 27-25 and 15-12, go to the Wildcats. A lot of damage done up front there in the last 2 sets by Olivia Burks, McKenna Vondenheuvel, and Lexi Hardings. That height was just a lot for the Trojans to handle as it got late in the game. The Trojans put up a valiant effort trying to get this one pulled off. The Wildcats will move to 3-7 on the year, 1-5 in the Shelby County Athletic League. As we said, they'll take on Arcanum on Saturday at home. They'll go to Fort Laramie on Tuesday and then home for the Fairlawn Jets on Thursday. The Botkins Trojans, on the other hand, fall to 5-7, losers of 5 in a row. They move to 1-5 in Shelby County Athletic League. They'll host Troy Christian, Hardin Northern, and Fort Laramie in that order this week here at home at the Botkins Coliseum. We've had a great night tonight. We want to thank you for joining us on NK Telco Sports. I'm Jeremy Plyman. Thanks to Ross Dietz, Grace Gutman, and Carson Brown for joining us up in the Crow's Nest. And thank you to you for joining us for this high school volleyball action on NK Telco Sports.